Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hello, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everybody's doing great on this fine morning. So what is it, Tuesday? So hopefully everybody's doing great. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Having my morning coffee and going to hang out with you guys for a little while. So don't hesitate to come on in. Oh, what's up, Fish Freak Phil? What's going on, man? Morning shout out right here. Fish Freak Phil, what's up, my man? Not too much, man. I shot you a message on Instagram about controllers. I hope you get a chance to read it. I did not. I didn't. Maybe the wife seen it, but I did not see that. But yeah, I'll read it now that you said something. So I will definitely look on there and see what's up. Hey, what's up? We have up next, Naked Dog Reefer. Shout out to Naked Dog Reefer also with Fish Freak Phil supporting the channel. Listen from London, UK City Airport, London taxi driver. Shout out to 1969 Fish Tank. All the way from London, the UK. I need this so I can have something to listen to while I work. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, people get the notifications. We hope. It's been really crazy with those things. As far as YouTube, it seems like you guys did get the notifications, so hopefully that continues to walk on in here. This coffee is actually not too bad today. So yesterday I was going to come back and do another live stream, but the wife was off, and we just ran around and did a bunch of stuff. So I did get and jumped on ASAP. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, the wife, she's off work. So we spent some honey time, we just kind of did a little bit of honey time, and that was that, before we knew it was like 2 a.m. and yeah, so that's what we did. So what are we going to talk about today? Anybody? I know Harkins wanted to talk about Kalkwasser. I don't know what he really wanted to talk about when it came to that, as far as the unicorn of Kalkwasser. It's kind of like the unicorn. Yeah. So we could talk about that, or we could just talk about whatever it is you guys want. It's up to you. Oh, there's Harkins right there. Good morning, Harkins. Good morning. Right there, guys. Say hello to Harkins. DTX Flex, what's going on, my man? Oh, Harkins. So you mentioned the other day something about Calc. I was thinking about doing that, or just keep it talk. I don't know personally what you want to talk about when it comes to Calc, or what other people want to know about Calc. Besides, it's basically provides some benefits can we talk about adding calc to a tank after you have stabilized it based on salt and calcium reactor? Based on salt and calcium reactor. Really, I don't know. Is it? I mean, well, once you've done did your tank and your tank set up, I mean, at some point, maybe if you're having like pH problems or something like that, I mean, or you just wanted some type of added benefits as far as precipitation, less precipitation of calcium or, calcium precipitation of phosphates, those type of things. I don't know. I mean, besides, the rise of pH is what it does. It raises your pH. It precipitates or reduces. I don't know if I should be using the word precipitates, but reduces the phosphates in your aquarium and stuff like that. So, based on adding calc to the tank. Yeah. So, it really does help in a lot of ways. But once you get your system up and running smoothly, that's when you're going to have, the benefits are going to really kick in. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, good morning, good morning here, everybody. Shout out to Sherry here. It's really easy to adjust, your water parameters and stuff like that, maintenance and stuff. I mean, what do you want to call it? When it comes to like calcium, let's just say, as like alkalinity rises, the amount of calcium that is able to be kept in solution without precipitation decreases. You know what I mean? So that's something else to really think about. But honestly, I think there's other hidden properties that it just does like unbelievable things. Like you just see a difference in your aquarium when it comes to that type of stuff. I cycled my tank 5 months into it. Best phosphate and nitrate numbers, please. ATM nitrate 20, phosphates 0.1, algae problems. Thanks. Algae problems, let's just say, could be because of the rock. Did you choose to use dry rock? 1969 fish. Just wondering. Did you choose to use? I'm just waiting. Oh, I understand that there's a delay. Yes, dry. And with that, it seems like everybody has that problem. It's not so much of your phosphates or nitrates. I've seen phosphates and nitrates way higher than that in a tank that has no algae or anything at all. So what I'm saying is, just give it time. The ugly stages of that rock, and that rock, is going to do what it's going to do. How do you recommend adding it? ATO? Dosing. We used to have 5-gallon bucket or gallon jugs of it on. I used to use IV line to drip. Here's the thing: when it comes to Kalkwasser, you can add it to an auto top off. The only problem I feel like there's a problem with auto top off is if for some reason it was to accidentally dump all that into your system, which you've seen people talk about that or have problems with that. What's up, homegrown frags? What's going on? Um, so I've heard, and I'm sure you all heard of people having problems with things sticking and pumping, so much into your into the display, auto top off stuff, something like, to those things. But that is definitely a way to do it. I'm not a big fan of it. I usually, if I was to use it, I have a Kalkwasser now. I'm going to be setting up on some tank at some point. But I didn't get the chance to do it on the beast because, obviously moved and we had a problem and it just never happened. But I still have things that I have that I will be implementing to a system. But you have, Kalksters. You can hook up. You can control those on Apex. So I would have some type of redundancy put in place. I personally used a jug and with basically a drip line set up, and I would just set it up at night. I had a little pump that I would keep the jar kind of pressurized that I had it hooked up to, just so it keeps the exact same rate. The drip rate, that I wanted. So I would just turn that on at night and just let it drip during the night, during lights out. That's how I tend to use it, period. I never really put too much into the auto top off or anything like that because it kind of made me nervous, to be quite honest. The evaporation kicks in or something and it just dumps a lot at one time. So I always wanted to be very safe with my aquariums when it comes to it because it is a very good product to use. It does have so many different benefits. So, because of all that, it's like, what do would I tell somebody not to use it? No, I would tell you to use it. I just think you need to be safe when using it. So just because I got to understand that Kalkwasser is going to raise calcium and alkalinity. You know what I mean? It's going to help with precipitating phosphates or lowering your phosphates or making your phosphates available to be, taken out of the, solution. And it just, it does so much. And because it does these things and raising the pH, raises your calcium, raises your alkaline, raises your pH. These are really crucial things with the phosphates. And, these things are very crucial, and also what else does it do? Like I said, I think there's other hidden properties in that stuff, man. I swear to God, I think it's like the unicorn of unicorns. It's just one of those things that works so great, but it can end your success really fast too, if it's misused at all. So it's just one of those things that you have to, be mindful of. But I think it's definitely worth using. If you want to add on to your inflow and your water box, I found a guy who makes the adapter and really had a hard time finding it. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. I want to learn more about the phosphate process with calc. I'm sure there is a science to it as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is as well. Do I honestly understand it? Kalkwasser 100%? No, I don't. I'm not going to even sit here and act like I do. Because it's just one of those things. It's kind of crazy how does, it does so many different things. But what I don't see is you see people or you hear people, you see and you hear people talk about certain things you know, you hear, I mean, like when it comes to calc, you hear people, oh yeah, I use, or I'm thinking about using it, or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, cool. You're using it or you're not. But I feel like there should be a lot more people using it. And I don't know if they just don't because of uh, they're scared of it or what. But it seems like it does one hell of a job at its job, if that makes sense. So, yeah. I mean, I figured there would be a lot more people using it. It seems like there's not a lot of people that use it like I thought they would be, because you don't really hear a lot of bad things about it besides somebody accidentally overdose. And that's that. So, but yeah. I can see how if it makes the phosphates available, it might be better food for coral than just NO3 alone. Yeah. Um, let's see. He said, let's see. Let me look up something, because Joey says something about phosphates. So let me Google something. So what's up? Morning, peeps. Hey, shout out here. Grown Facts that morning. Right here. The smoking reefer. What's going on? So, Joey, now you can do more research into it. Just a quick overview of something, because you said, what did he say? Got to look into it. Calc does something to phosphates. Yeah, that was his question. And a quick summary here. I just Googled whatever. It says the benefits of Kalkwasser, including reducing phosphates. So a lot of us say precipitating phosphates or making phosphates fall out, being able to be skimmed, available for the, to be skimmed out, reduced, whatever the case may be. Rises pH, which we already talked about, but also having results having to dose magnesium. I forgot all about that. So let me reread that real quick. And I forgot about magnesium. But this is Kalkwasser's. Okay, this provides the benefits of Kalkwasser, including reduced phosphates and raises pH, but also results in having to dose magnesium. There you go. The most important benefits are that once you get it set up and running, adjusting your water parameters as simple as turning a knob. So when I add magnesium, I personally add magnesium to my calcium reactor as well. So so turning on maintenance is reduced to almost nothing. Once again, once you set up calcium reactor, do some things, and just even with the calcium reactor, whatever. And it depends on your parameters already out the gate, depending on what your phosphates are at, whatever. But it will increase the calcium, pH, alkalinity, all this stuff. So, that's just a simple Google, but there's a lot more out there that you could probably, check on and find out more. But that's pretty much that in a nutshell, to get on. Now, I still strongly feel that there's some hidden properties lying in that stuff that just makes, unless that's all it is, that what makes it seem like it's like the whipped cream and cherry on top of things, it's crazy how you can see a difference. You will see a difference when you start to utilize Kalkwasser, pickle line, whatever you want to call it. When you start using it and you're using it correctly, I'm going to be honest with you, talk to me then, because if you can figure out something more than what I don't know what it is, but that stuff is just like the that's like let me whip a nay, okay, with my corals. So I honestly I cannot tell you, like, it's just one of those freakish things. I consider freakish things, but when people talk about it, it was like, what can you talk about besides the basic things that we can test or see when it comes to it? And the rest is just like the miracle mystery, Well, I know it is amazing. I just don't know at what point to implement it. You can implement it pretty much whenever, just once count as out. You can implement it when just get all your parameters up and running. I mean, it's like one of those things. When do you implement a calcium reactor? I mean, you can implement that when you're just got everything up, everything stable, and you want to keep your levels right where they're at. Me personally, I like to keep my levels wherever I mix my salt. I'm not buffering anything, and I'm not going to buffer anything. I want it right where my salt mix is because it makes it easier to do and handle. So whatever my salt mixes up at, those numbers, my salt mixes up at 8.5 DKH or 9 or whatever. I mean, I might fluctuate a half a degree. Anyway, that was funny. Anyway, but I might fluctuate a half of parts per million or whatever, but half a degree. Anyway, because I want it, maybe it's at 8.5 and now I want it at 9. I might tune it for 9. And my water changes might only be and my water changes might be at, mixes up alkalinity at 8.5. That's nothing. So, anyway, just saying. So, it is what it is. Once you do that, Harkins, I say, once you do that and you got your stuff right where you want it, then whatever. And your pH rolls down at night. So therefore, just small doses. I mean, small doses until things, whatever. You're going to just see an increase of everything, though, man. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, if you get coralline algae starting, I just feel like you're just going to see that stuff explode, dude, like explode. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, whatever you want, So I would say, well, it depends at what, at 2.4, 2.5, or 2.6. So if salt mixes up different at 2.4, 2.5, 2.6. Would you say that's correct? So it's one of those things, period. Yeah, it's one of those things. So if it mixes at 2.4 at 7.5, 2.5 might be at 8, 2.6 might be 8.5. It just depends. You increase what the salinity is, everything else is going to follow suit too. So, but yeah, even if let's say hypothetically speaking, it didn't, you know, you want to run at 8, just set your calcium reactor to hold you at 8. You'll just buffer it up to 8. And then once that happens, then the calcium reactor can make small adjustments. It just can't make big, large adjustments. And if it could, it would take a long time for it to happen. Just saying, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's just my opinion. Anybody uses Brightwell Calc Plus 2? I just use regular Kalkwasser. You know, that's what I use. I mean, I don't get into the plus 2, plus 1, plus anything. Just use Kalkwasser. That's what I've always used, and that's what I'm talking about. When you start adding other stuff, once again, you just kind of somewhat compound problems. I'm not saying that it's not good stuff or anything, but I'm just saying. Yeah, ESV. That's what I use. Yeah, that's what I use. Bob Stark, man, been around as long as I've been in this hobby. I think he might have just came up on 26 years. I think it's 26 years for ESV, if I'm not mistaken. That's how long I've been, you know. He's been probably like a year or so longer than me, but yeah, Bob Stark for ESV. Great man. Awesome person, too. Awesome person. Love Bob Starks. He's awesome. He's cool. Yeah. So, he started in 95. I started in 96. So, yeah, there you go. There's the year difference. Yeah, I said he's been doing it a year too longer than me. So, but yeah, that company started then. And I think they just came up on their 26th or something year of, celebrating their 20-something year. One's been longer than me is Exotic Aquariums. They've been around. That's probably Mike's era and Julian Sprung and Tony Vargas and Sanjay, and that's that crew. That's the, you know, the crew back then. And Exotic Aquariums, I mean, they came up on their 40th or 41st, or this year might be their 41st anniversary that built the aquariums. So they've been around for a long time. I'm a straight true calc, no other crap in it. Yeah, man, straight true calc, no other crap in it. Yeah. And that's what I do. Nothing else in it. I'm not straight, pure, you know, calc, no plus 10, plus anything, just straight calc. That's what I use. Pick a line. Yep. Can I dose 3-part and calc and adjust? Wait a minute. Calc dose, just lower the 3-part. Being 3-part mean magnesium. Is that what you're talking about? I mean, you have to adjust whatever. I mean, he said Tony Vargas. I haven't heard that name in a long time. I'm sure you haven't. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know whatever happened, you know, whatever happened, truly what's going on with him. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen, I haven't heard, I haven't anything as Will Harkins when it comes to him. Last I knew, he had some kind of store and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know whatever happened. Who knows? Or was running a store. I did something. I don't know. But, you know, it's he say, she say, so who knows what. Somebody's always got something to say about something, but I don't know. But, yeah. Keep reefing. That's where I was at. Yeah, does 3-part now and just add calc. I mean, yeah, you're just watching your parameters, but yeah, yeah. So you're hand dosing everything. It's fine. You can dose calc when lights are out. That's when I dose. The calc is dosed at when lights out. When lights go out, calc comes into play and plays until lights come on. That's how I do it. I'm dead serious. That's how I do it. So I'm dead serious. And it just, you'll find that if you're at 8.2 during the day, you'll be at 8.2 during night. You're just adjusting, and your pH never varies really because of, and that's probably the biggest part of why it does what it does. It lies somewhere at nighttime. When the lights go out, the gods of calc come out to play. And they do something, magical happens at night with that stuff, I guess. Yeah, so who knows? I'm not even I don't even want to sit up here and I could probably Google a bunch of stuff on it, but at the end of the day, it's just an opinion of opinions. I mean, you can hear probably other people's stories about it and what they've seen or what they witnessed is one thing. As far as what it does, it's just besides what we can see what it does with pH and testing calc and alk and all this other stuff, and water phosphates and stuff like that. These are things that you can actually test and see. There's a lot that just goes in. I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like at nighttime, that stuff does something else. Back in the day, Zenderseas used to make a 1 micron hydrogen powder. Really? It's interesting too. But yeah, so I don't know. How's everybody feeling? Fine too. It's Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure, right? And that's you. Yeah, I don't know. Taco Tuesday. Okay. All right. Sweet. All right. 24/7 max calc solution per 5-gallon ratio. Oh, so you just use it, period. I just like to use it at night. There are other people that will run it throughout. So that's awesome too. And still just keep parameters up. Yeah. Now, on the keep reefing on that 3-part and stuff like that. You do. I mean, I'm sure you would do that, but still make sure. I think you were talking about solutions, dosing solutions. Oh my God, dude. Anyway, keep up with, watch your salinity and stuff. With that, and I'm sure you would. Yeah, restock. Listen, dude, Alan Jackson, man. I know, brother. I thought I was considering on going, man, because I know you would have been there or came there. Dude, we could have hung out at the bar. Not happening, bro. Canceled. Right, Alan. What's up with that, dude? No idea, brother. No idea. Don't get it at all. There's a lot there. Connecticut's canceled too. Connecticut, reefingwithrico. I mean, it is what it is. Nighttime is the right time. To my knowledge, what is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, it is. It's canceled. It's canceled. Unfortunate. It's just one of those things. Hey, Jackson, you want to come to Florida this weekend, man? Come to Florida, man. Come on, man. Come hang out with me on Saturday, man. Me and the wife gonna be there. Come on. Come on, man. I know you already took off those days anyway. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I had vacation. I knew you did. I knew you made plans for that one, bro. I knew it. I knew it. 36 million each Aquarius component, 123 plus. Yep, those are three. Okay. Yep. Freaks come out at night. Hey. Her name is Mrs. Kalkwasser. No. I just got back from bro. Why, bro? I don't know what to say, man. What, man? That's crazy. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be down there this weekend, man. And yeah, it's overdue for me, man. I need to get out. I need to get to a show. I need to go have some fun. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, I got to go. I got to go. Adam, I think Adam, when you remember Alan? Alan might have been a man. He probably ain't updated his card info, but anyway, man, I don't know what I'm gonna be able to meet up. Well, I might be able to do California, but I know how you gotta kind of put your stuff in. Maybe Chicago. Maybe you did one for Chicago. So Jackson's got a your job, so making you got to do a year, kind of advance the days, pick your days and all this other stuff. But I don't know. Top Chef was my favorite. I bet it was. Will you go to visit Worldwide Coral Store? Will love your perspective. I don't know, man. I'm gonna get there Friday, Saturday's the show. To be honest, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I would get that in the show, and then Sunday, if they're open, maybe Sunday. I don't know. Hopefully, Rap Cali. I would say more than likely, vacation was picked last December. That's right, because I remember you was talking about it, asking. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, last December. That's listen, Linda, listen. So yeah, as far as California, the Cali show, I'm pretty sure that it will. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Cali should happen. Florida shows will happen. New York, probably not so much. Not to be funny. Chicago, probably not so much. Obviously, Denver or Colorado ain't happening. Connecticut, not happening. I mean, I have no idea. What our Lear, our biggest one here, not happening. So everything is like, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I just don't understand. I mean, people still got to live, and keep me afraid to live and do whatever. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. I don't want to go down to that rabbit hole, but it sucks for people that got it. It sucks for people that passed on. It sucks all the way around for everybody. It's not that I don't value. Yeah, I don't not value whatever. But it's just like one of those things. It's like, what are you gonna do? Hide forever? And you do all this hiding, and then it still reaches out, and then Rona gets you. And then what? I don't know. Everybody has their own perspective on it, so it is what it is. Yeah, sushi place next to was awesome. Okay. Yeah. They have to go check that out. I'll be there Friday, but I ain't gonna get there till like 8:30 at night. So I'll get down there Friday. It's only 2.5 hour flight. Hey, can you dose Kalkwasser at the same time as 2-part, or will it precipitate? You know what? Honestly, that's a good question, Reef Junkie. I can't answer that because I don't use 2-part in that way. I always use the calcium reactor. So honestly, I don't know if I'm qualified to answer that one because I never used 2-part and doing calc at the same time, and how that affects anything, if it affects anything, Reef Junkie. So honestly, I would if you were dosing it 24/7, I would probably say no, honestly. But then again, I don't want to say 100% certain. I mean, well, there's nothing in this hobby 100% certain. What you think something, and then it changes because due to X, Y, or Z. But I don't know. I mean, I would assume no. I mean, I would assume that you could and be fine. That's just me, and nobody pays me to assume or anything like that. But at the same time, if we're just speaking outward and freely here, I think that you would be okay. Does anybody farm frags or homegrown frags? What do you think? Because homegrown frags does 24/7. So. We have a show in Vegas in March trying to get the tank up by my birthday. He said, someone's paying you. Paying me for what? My thought process? Nah, they don't pay me for that. I'm just saying. And maybe you could say that. I don't know. Who knows? That's, who knows? I don't know. Nobody can answer that one for Reef Junkie. Are you still here, Reef Junkie? Well, the thing is, I would have to assume that you would be fine on that if nobody else is going to speak up. I would say you'd be fine, personally. That's just me. I don't see that you would have a experience anything negative, but whatever. Any word on Magna? I have that week off also. That's in Georgia. I'm hoping that does go. So I'll see you in Georgia for sure if that happens. I might just go down there anyway and go to the aquarium. I want to go to the aquarium in Georgia. So I've always heard great things. I've never been there. I need to get there. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Just make sure you're not dosing in literally the exact same spot. Yeah, I mean that's great for common sense too, Reef Junkie. I mean, but I'm pretty sure that you already knew that. But yeah, that's definitely something to consider. Don't dose in the same spot. Magna's a go for now. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully, Magna will be okay. And I would love to see you guys at Magna. That should be pretty fun, I think, personally. Hey, you know, at the end of the day, you know, out here you get crucified, man. You can't, you know. And I'm thinking, like, my brain's going. I'm like, well, I've always done it with a calcium reactor. Okay, calcium reactor doses all the time. I would assume that 2-part is okay because I'm using the calcium reactor that's doing the same thing as 2-part, 3-part, and all that. So, yeah, but it's like, do I really want to stretch my neck out to get it? You know, it's like one of those. So I apologize, Reef Junkie. I just kind of want to make sure you know, the last thing you want to do is say something that, you know, maybe you didn't say right, or, you know, you said it in a way that it's just 100% right. Yeah. Too many people out here just want to chop your neck off on here. So I apologize if I didn't answer fast enough, but I just kind of wanted to make sure. And, you know, I was somewhat sure, pretty sure, but I wasn't comfortable with saying with certainty, even though I replayed every aspect in my brain very fast and tried to hold a conversation on how safe it would be. But I think you get it. I think you've been around long enough to understand that. So no reactor, no sump, or dosing for dosing. There you go. So homegrown frags only doses calc. No 2-part. Because once again, that stuff is just it has it all too. So not till September, I think. Just Retake, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, somebody commented, says, "Oh, I see your old intro and blah blah blah." No, it just feels good to see that, you know. And I know it's been a lot of people. It's been a while since they've seen it, and you know, and all this other stuff. So, what's up, Jeff's Reef Tank? Hey, shout out. We have Jeff's Reef Tank right there. Say hello to Jeff's Reef Tank. And I'm not sure if he said hello to Harkins as well. These are all supporters of the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, you can also become a member. All you have to do is hit that join button and become a member of the channel. And you will also get your shout outs as well. So anyway, yeah, buddy, how's it going with you, man? I was just thinking about you last night, actually. No worries, brother. These internet trolls are ruthless and waiting for the moment people mess up to say, no, that's not right. Oh, yeah, dude. That's all it's about, you know, is just trying to discredit, just trying to, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of, you know what, I'm really learning a lot about this stuff. The longer you're on here, the smarter you actually get, the better you just get at not worrying about them, and your skin gets harder and all that. So, right. So it's like, you know what? Your experience is different from theirs. Just if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. It doesn't matter who wants to say, oh, that's BS or that's this or that's that. No, your experience is your experience. Just like not everybody experienced the same thing with their aquarium. And if we can all just get to that point and get to that level of thought process and action and how we feel, I think we just stopped a lot of the BS that happens on there. It's just getting people to that level. That just takes time, and it takes people willing to just bear through and grit their teeth and get through the troll of the hazing session on YouTube. You know what I mean? So, Justin says, "Morning, Rico. What's your initial thoughts on the Mastronic?" I don't have an initial thought. I don't think it's. I think it's okay, maybe. I don't know because I don't have it. I haven't honestly messed with it or anything on it. I have not, whatever. At the end of the day, nothing's going to beat the Trident. As far as I'm concerned, dose to dose. But then again, it is what it is. It's not for everybody. One piece of equipment's not for everybody. So whatever. You got to remember, once again, I do my reviews based on me physically having it, really. Me physically having it, me looking it over, me doing whatever I need to do with it. That's what I'm going to base my decisions on. I can't speak for other people that, got it and whatever, because I'm not them, and it is what it is. So for me to give you an honest opinion on it, I can't. I can tell you what I think. I'm sure he did do one. Hey, listen, let me tell you a little story. I refused to do an e-coral review. E-coral, I was down in Louisiana when it came out. They asked me to come to their booth. True story. Asked me to come to their booth, blah, 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 blah. Make a long story short, they couldn't really articulate why their stuff was basically the price of a Apex, and why would people buy that or prefer to buy that over Apex, and blah, 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 blah. Make a long story short, I didn't get the product. I didn't want it. I didn't want nothing to do with it. And when I came home a little time later, there were a bunch of YouTube people that follow my channel popped up with them. And that was, that all I'm saying is I refuse. I think it's bullshit. For real. I think it was just sort of bullshit product. You come in swinging at the same price of the Apex, the Apex. You're not even close to doing what the Apex does. And it was a bunch of YouTubers. I mean, I'm dead serious. It went from Reef Dudes, CJ, Mad Hatter, Inappropriate Reefer, and quite a few others. All just like flooded. And I'm like, once again, that's what I don't stand for. I don't care what a company does, and I don't care what YouTuber grabs whatever they can grab. Grab what you're going to grab. But the thing is, to me, it was just, and there is no hating. Think about what I'm saying. Okay, these are people that everybody watches too, including myself, right? So if we talk about it, right, and show it, guess what's going to happen? You guys, regardless, are running out. And at the end of the day, I don't know if anybody said anything really, whatever. I gave really a true thing. Now, I didn't watch everybody's video on it. Don't care, because I'm not going to be influenced to listen to bullshit. I'm not saying anybody was going to give out bullshit. I'm just saying I don't. And the reality is that this was done to what? Well, a lot of you guys are going to see it and say, oh, well, I've seen something. I'm going to go. And when you can't tell me what makes your product better, or you're stumbling over simple questions that I'm asking, I have a problem with that. So therefore, first off, you can't even tell me why the price was whatever. And what sets you apart from, say, like the Apex. when you can't really give me answers or you're having a hard time, but you have a booth and talking about, and you don't seem comfortable with even your product strongly enough to at least respect the product that you're trying to represent, you should be able to answer all my damn questions and answer it fluently. When they couldn't do that, I simply walked away. I'm gonna be honest with you. I walked away. You call it what it is. Listen, man, I have no problem just telling it like it is. I have no problem. It's not my fault, at the end of the day, if somebody can, talk about the product or not, or fully represent that product. You need to be able to, if you're going to represent something, then you need to be strong behind it. You need to show that you're not weak, that you can actually fully articulate everything it is about whatever it is that you're trying to sell somebody. And you better have a damn good reason why you're matching the price of Apex, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Which anybody that comes out right now, as far as I'm concerned, they're going to charge what an Apex is, they're fucking smoking. Like, it needs to do way more than what that is doing. I don't get paid from Apex. I don't get shit from Apex to say that. I'm just being honest. I see some concepts out here that, you know what? Not everybody wants an Apex. Maybe somebody wants a easy to go. There's people out here that builds their own Raspberry Pi software to do certain things, and that's all they want. They don't want to pay for an Apex. They only want it to monitor certain things, so they get what they get, or they'll buy what they need to buy to either A, build it, or to use another system out there. Like somebody's talking about the hydros, or whatever. Hey, more power to you. It depends on the person's needs, right? So you buy what you need. If you find that you need to later on upgrade and that product doesn't do, 9 times out of 10, they're still coming to Apex, because Apex is, honestly, it's on the chair, just like Radeon as far as the lights. Like, these are the kings of those products right now. I mean, do I see anybody coming in? Maybe give them a run for their money. Do I think somebody's going to come in and outdo these two companies? The only way I want to see these two companies going to have somebody do something if they do it to each other. If that makes sense. And try to crush each other in some way, shape, or form. That's the only thing I see happening. As far as an outsider coming in, still in Radion's thunder or still in APAC Neptune Systems thunder, I find it very, very difficult, or going to be very difficult for them to do. I don't know if you guys agree on that, but that's where I stand on that. But yeah, that was just a little quick story. Anyway, I always appreciate the honesty. Justin, hey, it's not a problem, my man. Some might say it's honesty. Some might say I just look at it like this. It's just my opinion, and everybody has one, and you're more than welcome to listen to what I got to say or not, and I'm just saying that in general, not to Justin. He's everybody has a choice to go wherever they want to go and get information or listen to whoever, yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, awesome morning talk. Is anybody, he just unboxed it, really. He just unboxed it, really. Okay. All right. Who knows? I don't know. I just separate myself. And I prefer that. I prefer me to just humble myself, eat my humble pie, stay in my lane, stay right here where I'm at, and do me, and I don't worry about anybody else. Not at all. So anyway, should I do one more of these real quick? Anybody? Should I or should I not? You guys down for another live stream? He put it on his nano. Yeah, there you go. I'm looking to finally upgrade from my reef keepers. Oh, yep. Old school monitoring. Yeah, I didn't even know anybody still had those. Apex is my choice at this point. Proflex, not sure of. And shout out here to the Herm 14. All right. Let's do it. All right, guys. So shout out to all the members of this channel, paid members. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for supporting this channel. It does help out what I do on this channel, and it just shows great appreciation. Freedom Aquatics, real quick. Shout out. Get his little shout out in here before we shut this down and move on to the next live stream. So I will definitely be back. Give me about, give me a couple minutes and I will be back. I think Apex will be coming out doing all that as well at some point. So, and I don't know how much better it's going to be, but anyway. I bet you did, Naked Dog. So, all right, guys. Thank you all. I want to keep these to exactly 1 hour. I know sometimes I went over, but I'll be right back. Thank you, and I'll see you here in a minute.